Hello, this is the Ninja and Flannel. What I've got here today is an NPAP M92 AK pistol, and this thing is epic. However, it's got a pretty ridiculous and almost comical muzzle flash, which is entertaining for a little while but gets irritating over time. So would these really need to function like a useful firearm? Is a can. But putting a can on an AK is somewhat complicated when you're starting from scratch like I did. So I have figured out 5 steps that will make your AK perfectly suppressed. So here we go. Number 1. You've got to check your rifle for keyholing. Now, a full-size AK-47, it may not be as big of a problem, but apparently the shorter AKs are notorious for keyholing rounds, which with a normal muzzle device and whatnot, it's usually not a problem. But if it starts keyholing as your can is on here, by the time it gets under your can, your bullet might be more so sideways and blow the end of your can off. So first thing you want to do is go about 5 or 10 yards with a clean piece of paper and shoot a couple rounds of different ammunitions you would be using, and make sure that your rifle does not keyhole. Number 2. Your thread pitch. AK-47s always have super weird thread pitches. It's all kinds of metric stuff that's all coded and we Americans know nothing about, and it's just a pain. So research what kind of AK you got, what kind of threads you got. You might luck out and have a 14 by 1, whatever it's called. I had some kind of 26 by 1 threads that were giant. My suppressor would not even fit over them. So I sent it to a company called Class 3 Machining down in Texas, and they did a great job. They milled this right off. They put nice, clean, concentric threads on here, no problem. So they did great. I would highly recommend them. But yeah, you may not have this issue, but you definitely want to look into it. Number 3. Once you know that your rifle is not keyholing and you have your proper threads, you will then mount your muzzle device. Once that's on, you can slap your suppressor on there, and what you're going to need to do before you fire a shot is take a Boar Concentricity rod and drop it down your barrel and make sure that it comes up clean. And yeah, if you don't do this, you have a high probability of getting a baffle strike. For factory AK threads, it's just a gamble if they're going to line up or not. So definitely check that. You don't want to blow up your can. You don't want to get baffle strikes or any of that, because that just takes the fun out of everything. So make sure you check your Boar Concentricity. Number 4. Once you know that your bore and your muzzle device and your threads and your can are all on there good, you pick up a K&S piston. Now this is adjustable and you can tune your gun. Even if you're not suppressing your AK, this piston is a must-have. This thing, you can adjust your recoil to be exactly what it honestly should feel like. And you want to shoot supersonic or subsonic loads, you're going to want this to be able to tune it how you want it to be. Number 5. Adjust your piston. For mine, suppressed. With subsonics, I adjust this all the way closed. Just max out your gas, basically like you don't have the piston, and it'll function reliably. For supersonic, I just go to the opposite end of the spectrum, back 5 clicks, and it runs perfectly that way. And that's an easy way to remember. All the way one way, all the way the other, and back 5 clicks. But that's for me. Yours is going to be different, but make sure you take a little range day and tune your piston. One last thing that you need that is essential to your survival is a boar hunting spear. These are absolutely awesome. I have used it for exactly nothing, and it's unlikely that I ever will. But people all over the place use these for big game hunting around the world, and people, I've seen them kill whitetail with them, wild boar, antelope. They're pretty cool. It's a 6-foot long ash handle. It's extremely strong, and this thing is razor sharp. You know, you'll never see me kill anything with it, but if you look up other videos, these things are cool, and they're only about 60 bucks, so check them out. They're awesome. Hope this video helps you avoid a lot of the hassle I went through trying to suppress my AK-47. And if you like this video, hit like. If you don't like this video, don't hit like. That's fine too. And I appreciate it. Good luck.